The storage unit which I'm going to show you now is more than 100 years old. Hey internet, this is Bharat, your weekend farmer. Welcome to the second part of paddy cultivation series. The link for the first part will be given in the description below. So far we have cleaned the field, tilled it once. It has been raining heavily since a few days here. By the time I'm shooting this video, two main processes has been completed. That is spreading the field with the fertilizer and cutting the edges. I have shot few clips of it. By the time you guys are done watching that, I'll quickly find my raincoat and set up my action camera. Then let's go to the field and see the current status of work. Come on, let's go. The whole field has been spread with the fertilizer from the nearby chicken farm. So it had rained heavily for the past 2 days, so it's a bit waterlogged. You can see here how the grasses and plants have grown into the field. This is one important step in paddy cultivation. It's where we cut the edges. It's done for two main reasons. One is, as we use the machine to till the field, it just won't be tilled properly because the blades won't be reaching till the edges. So what we have to do is we have to manually cut the soil at the end to loosen it. And an important thing is, as we cut the edges, it ensures that no unwanted grass or weeds get into the field, or as we fill the water, get rotten and spread diseases to the main crop. So these are the two main reasons why we cut the edges. This has to be done around the perimeter of the field. It's almost done now. So this is how it looks. It's really difficult to predict the weather now. I go out with this raincoat and this action camera as backup. So let's go to the field and see how the work is going on. Round 2 tilling is in progress. Part of the field is done tilling. Only little part over there is remaining. These are the piles of leaves which was cut down, like from the trees nearby. You can see how these trees have been cut. So what this does is they finally chop these leaves and put it on the field. You can see some remains here. This process is called green leaf manuring. It improves soil texture and water retaining capacity. We usually cut the branches of the trees and bushes that grow around the field. Once it's cut, it's evenly spread by finely chopping it. So let me show how it's all done. Hope you all got a brief idea of the current work that is going on in the field. This green leaf manuring and round 3 tilling takes almost 3 to 4 days. So parallelly what we do is we prepare the seeds so that by the time the third round tilling is completed, the seeds are ready to be sown. So let's go home and do all the required steps. We use this big container for quality testing our seeds. We have lots of seeds which we have stored from our last harvest. So what we do is we fill the container with water and put the seeds. The floating one we will remove it, and the one at the base we collect it and process it further. Let's go and prepare the seeds. Let's go. Well, the water is filled now. Thank you, Bhuvan. He has done a great job. He has filled the water. Now let's go get the seeds. The place where we store the seeds over the year is called Pattaya.
which is a Tulu word for storage unit. The one we have here is more than 100 years old. So I'll show you the storage unit at our house. So let's go and see how it's, and let's get the seats out and start processing. The storage unit which I'm going to show you now is more than 100 years old. So this is how it looks. It's built on an elevated platform. The floor is made out of wood and the roof is made out of wood. We have mud walls here. These are the grains from last year's harvest. And we have the seats over there at the back. So back in the days, this unit was used by whole village to store their grains. So it's functional still now, like even after 100 years. So just imagine the quality of engineering or the quality of built we used to have back in those days. So let's get those seeds out and start with the processing. Total 8 ಕಲಶ ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಕಂಡಾಗ. Okay, we need
10 ಕಳಸ.
10 ಕಲಶ. That will be around 110 kg. We have a little concern with the measurement of that small sack, so we are calculating. We'll be measuring it using the old technique. This container here, it is called as kalashadapa. Only 14 seru is like one more container, like a small container. 14 of those make one kalashe, and one kalashe is approximately 10 kgs. So we use that batten. To like level it. So this exactly will be around 10 kgs. So we are measuring this. So we'll be putting this into this container. We will just let it settle. So that's one kalasha into this. So that small sack had approximately 2 kalasha. So that's now 20 kgs. Turning up this mix so that so we'll be removing the seeds which are floating. That's our first level of segregation. We need almost 11 kalasha of seeds for our main field. So we have already put 2 kalasha into that, and we have separated the seeds. Now we have to measure 11 kalasha from the remaining sacks. So this is the third kalasha in. So this small container you see here, go on, just show that. Go on, this show that kalasha. This is called seal. So 14 of those make one kalasha. How to conduct an the seeds which are floating, these are referred as dud in Tulu. So it's basically the seeds which won't be germinating. So actually the field would be requiring around 10 kalashe. We are keeping 1 kalashe as excess, considering the seeds which are floating now. Almost all the floating seeds has been removed. The container is almost full. We'll keep the seed in water for next 12 hours and then remove it. So let's continue the work tomorrow morning. This is next day morning. The seeds have been soaked for 12 hours. Now we are removing it from this container and putting in that gunny bag. We'll fill those gunny bag and let the water drain out from the seeds and keep it for how long? Till tomorrow afternoon. So it will keep the seeds warm and moist. It will assist in germination. This is day 3 evening. The seeds were tied up in this gunny bag to drain the excess water. Now it's time to treat the seeds with cow dung. We do this. This is a traditional method which we follow. The seeds have germinated little, but the process we make now ensures that they germinate better. So this process involves diluting the cow dung and mixing it with this seeds. Let's begin with the process. This much seed has been mixed with the diluted cow dung. What we do next is we put it back in the gunny bag and store it till tomorrow, because we have planned to sow the seeds tomorrow. So by the time it's ready for sowing, it will be perfectly germinated. Seed treatment is done in batches. Once that is done, this much is remaining. This pile is remaining. Once this is done, we will start with the gunny bag remaining over there. Green leaf manuring is almost complete. Even round 3 tilling is in progress. There is one more step to level the whole field after tilling is completed. I'll show you how it's done. This is the last step before the field is ready to be sown. Leveling of field is done. Next step is sowing the seeds. The beautiful thing about having traditional practices is that we see God in every work we do. So let's offer our prayers to the gods and start with this year's sowing. So the sowing process has started. We'll be dispersing the seed evenly throughout the field. The main challenge is to disperse the seeds. We should be supplying them at the same rate. Let's go home and help my dad with supplying the grains. Supplying the seeds. Fine. the seeds have sprouted well. We need to supply this to the field as they will be dispersing the seeds there. It's a continuous process. Currently, two persons are sowing the seeds. One will be sowing along the width of the field, that is from this end to that end. The other one will be sowing along the length. So both of them will be going perpendicular to each other. So this guy is sowing along the length, and this one along the width. So we have to continuously supply the seeds for both of them. It's a complete wrap. There will be a brief gap before the next set of works begin. I would like to end the video here. If you had watched the previous part and this one, you would have got an idea of how much hard work goes into growing the food we eat every day. This is just half of the complete process. If you had stayed this long, do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video. It will be a great support from your end. I would like to dedicate this video to all the farmers out there who work very hard to ensure that we have that food on our plate. So I would end this video here. Thank you for watching. This is your Weekend Farmer signing off. Take care. Jai Hind.